may Guinevere, may Leomord, may Suyu. Pag naubos na lahat ng yon, may mga assassins, may Harley, may Hayabusa, may Lancelot.
Sobrang dami pa rin talaga.
So, there are a lot of options if you are Team Liquid Philippines, even though if you've been targeted, if you've been targeted, Carl TC's been targeted during this first phase of the banning. Now, Jushin ba ang ready silang ibigay? And Sora ban. Okay, so hindi sila ready ibigay yung Jushin. Instead, they're going for that Valentina Sora trade.
Yep, and you've mentioned nga na pwede rin naman magkaroon tayo ng fighter gold laner here. Sa pali, ito talaga yung hindi mo pwedeng let go ng sabay. The Valentina here para sa Smart Omega. Meanwhile, pwedeng prioritization pa rin ng hero ba ni Teddy? Or pwedeng sa Red 3 pa yan?
Oh, Claude ba to ulit?
I can feel it.
Sila lang ang katangi-tanging team, I would say, if I remember, na gumagawa niya na ayun nga.
Siya nga.
Ayun na naman siya. Back at it again with another Claude gameplay para dito kay Teddy. It seems like Tlph has found the formula at wala pang wala pang kahit sino dito sa MPLPH na nagbaban ng Claude.
Oh.
They feel like it's not worth it of a ban, to be honest.
Yes, it is not worth it of a first phase ban. So, nandun pa siya sa mga Red 4, Red 5, or Blue 4, Blue 5 ban lumalabas. And nakukuha ng Tlph lagi yung Claude kasi nga naman, hindi siya worth it na tanggalin agad eh. So, why not get what's not been broken? And that's the Claude. For Smart Omega, allow the adjustment. But na hindi na sila kumuha ng sobrang passive na hero like Hanabi or Netsky. Kumuha na sila ng carry now and the presence of the Kalea. So, the Kalea carry combo.
I agree. It's, you know, kumbaga, ito na yung modern Kajakari.
Oo.
Yung
Dati kasi
Kalea,
Kajakari.
dati vintage kasi yun eh. Yung mga yung mga antique pa na ano, pero hindi may mga gumagamit ng Kaja ngayon na napapasok pa rin nila, you know.
Kanina sa RG.
Oo nga, kaso natalo kasi kami noon eh. Sayang. Bawi na lang kami mamaya sa live. Anyway, yung Gatot naman ang pipiliin dito ni JP. So, again, it seems like these 3 picks na nakuha ng Tlph are some of the heroes that they usually use.
Oo, kaya ito yung sinasabi natin, why fix what's something that is not broken para sa Tlph? And to be honest, ito na naman yung bodyguard segment ni JP siya ni Sanford eh.
Yes.
On protecting nga yung main core damage dealer sila dito. It's all about the slow burn later on again for Tlph. Meanwhile, tanggal agad yung Uranus here. And for Smart Omega, they're trying to limit heroes para naman kay Sanji.
Well, kailangan mo din talaga siyang tanggalan ng comfort heroes. Might as well be the Farsa na iban ng Smart Omega.
Or
Harley,
Iko.
yung isa sa mga heroes na pwedeng gamitin ni Carl TC. So, Farsa's open. Novaria. Louis is an option. The classic Louis Claude. Plus yung kaya nilang pumunta from point A to point B ng ganun kabilis.
Or pwedeng last na siya, pwedeng Carl Easy Hero muna, no?
Yeah, that
Dami.
is again a possibility. Pero since yung Fredrin and yung Backshine natanggal, wala tayo possibly makikita nga utility dito. But the thing is, Omega can still pick up a jungler. Kumbaga, it depends kung uunahan mo siya, but the mid laner might be a great choice later on since ngayon yung Guinevere ang kanilang pili. So, lipat sila ng perspective. They want to give Carl TC a hero first.
Okay, so Suyu Leomord is open for Smart Omega unless they're gonna be pulling off an Akai for Ryzen. Full utility will give a lot of objective guarantee. Kung hindi mo kayang i-out 3, gulangan mo na sa paggamit ng Akai. So that might be an option. Also for James, you get someone that can reach the backline. Lapu, Yuzong. Actually, CC would be a good choice. Knowing na he's up against a Phobius, so maganda yung laning phase towards that.
Oo.
Plus damage output.
Kailangan talaga ma-unleash yung Ultimate Fighter era dito ni James. And you mentioned yung Lapu talaga kasi viable option. But the blue is also great para mag-double down ng pwedeng sumalungat doon sa magiging agos ng Tlph.
That was a quick answer mula dito kay Sanji picking up the Farsa para sa last pick ng Team Liquid Philippines. I feel like this tends to be more of a stable lineup para dito sa Smart Omega. Just looking at the 5 picks, they have early game they have early game snowball sa tulong ng Suyu, and in addition kung sakali na medyo mahirapan sila, they have a carry. Netsky can be activated right away as long as hindi talaga siya matagusan dito ng Team Liquid Philippines because that is where it's gonna be a little bit difficult.
Sobrang bilis lang din nung sagot na Farsa na yun kasi hindi nga naglapo or Yuzong either itong si James. So alam nilang na walang aabot kay Sanji other than the Kalea, and that would explain the Purify na hawak ng isang Farsa plus the Purify from the Claude. Walang magandang target si Perxiva dito than the frontliners of Team Liquid Philippines.
Yup, kasi ang dami pang kailangan pagdaanan nitong si Perks para lang ma-jombag niya yung parasan nitong si Sanji. Pero sa ngayon, kung tutuusin, kahit nga si Teddy at si JP nakagamit na ng Revitalize and even the Purify. So, you would expect for Teddy to come at the right time pagdating nung kanyang Blazing Duet. And I feel like this is going to be the story of this game. Maglalatagan sila ng damage. Not much is gonna be happening except for Tlph.
Grabe naman yung pag-bypass to ni Tlph. What a scary situation para kay Perxiva.
Ganun din kasi yung magiging pating niya, pero intercept from Ryzen.
Okay, agang revitalize para kay Daddy JP. Tlph out muna with a spatial migration.
And then addition, nagamit na rin ni James yung kanyang flicker. You know, a lot of teams would usually use that.
Grabe yung dedication nila just to take down Tlph. Pero naman yung first blood para sa Smart Omega. Susundan naman agad nila JP. With a kill out to the jungler. Perxiva will go down. May kasama pang recall para kay Sanford.
Alam mo, maganda sana yung intention ng Omega. Nakuha nila si Carl, pero ngayon tablado na.
Grabe.
And then may nawala na namang isa. So it's 3-2 in terms of kills in favor of Liquid.
Nilaban, binawi.
Nilaban, binawi, tas nilaban na naman.
Paulit-ulit eh. Naman nakita natin na lamang na sana yung Omega doon, but then Team Liquid got 2 kills. Nag-even out na naman yung Omega with Mingwin getting Sanji, pero namatay din naman siya on the process. So, bigla nang yung kaninang nakita natin game number 1 na tahimik, nagiging sistema, ngayon ay napakaraming laban na for this game number 2.
Deservingly so. Kasi, again, you would want to activate. If you are Team Liquid, gusto mo na ma-activate ka agad itong si Carl and si Sanford. I feel like they are the guys that will pave the way pagdating sa early game nitong Team Liquid Philippines. Pero para naman sa Omega, nakatingin ka kay Ryzen, nakatingin ka rin dito kay James. Yung panggugulo and of course, the durability na aasahan mo mula dito kay James would be something na pwedeng maging advantage dito ng Smart Omega as soon as magsimula na yung pinakaunang turtle ng laban na to. Kaso yung problema, wala pang flicker si Perks at si James. This might be an advantage that Liquid wants to go for.
Pwede, kaya ngayon nilalabas ng pilit ni JP. Yung
Hinawakan.
turtle sa turtle pit. Hinawakan pero i-reset. They're not yet sure kung saan yung magiging entry point din kasi nila Ryzen.
Alam na nila ngayon, knowing na nandoon lahat sa may bandang baba.
Okay, predicted na nga dyan ng jumping scenario para dito kay Sanford. Pero una pa siyang matatanggal. Sanji
Nabura.
canceling out. Yung Predator Sec instead. Si Mingwin pa ang gagawa nito and JP will fall down in the process. Susunod agad dito na James. Doubling down here on the Tlph. Making a triple man setup there. At Turtle with a kill ang makukuha dito ng Omega.
Una na kayo sa pila para sa pagong. Sa amin din naman yan, sabi ng Smart Omega.
Hinayaan na nila pumuesto eh. The moment that they saw where Team Liquid is coming from, nandun din lahat bigla tumalon yung mga members ng Smart Omega because of the stun na meron si Perxiva and even itong si Ryzen with the stun from the Suyu. Sumakto pa na yung kinopya ni Mingwin would be yung ultimate ng isang Farsa to dish out the damage that they need. So for Smart Omega, again, they can keep on doing that na mauna na kayo sa pwesto, kaya namin mag-counter.
And look at the start na ginawa dito ng Smart Omega. Basing it on the replay, as you said, Joshi, it was more than enough after that airstrike.
Talon kung talon eh, nakakuha si Perxiva ng isa. And then eventually, nahatid dun sa mga members ng Smart Omega with Mingwin. Hindi na nakalapit pa yung mga members sa Team Liquid. Plus, their damage is too bursty enough para tanggalin yung full views.
Tsaka maganda yung ginawa doon na trade-off nila Perxiva. Nilabas sila right onto the vicinity ng feathered airstrike ni Sanji. So hindi masyado na maximize yung bomb threat here para sa Tlph. Meanwhile, para sa Smart Omega naman, that's a huge lead agad compared to game number 1.
I mean, if you look at it, 1.9k, 2k na nga ang kalamangan ngayon ng Barangay. All of that with Netski getting the farm that he needs. leads. He is on par with Teddy as of the moment sa pamamagitan nung carry na kanyang hawak. Both of the teams are still gonna find their position. Pero tignan mo, yung tempo nitong si Ryzen, mahahanap niya itong si JP. But JP's too tanky, so hindi niya itutuloy yan. James on the other hand, facing Sanford, and both of the teams really just waiting for the second turtle para mag-spawn bago sila mag-umpisa ng laban. Pero kung sakali na madadat na nila, itong si Teddy na papunta na ngayon, he's still waiting, he's figuring out kung dapat ba niyang tawirin yung ilog. The decision is no, and I guess we'll see both of them at the turtle.
Umiron yung spider sense. Pero good thing naman for Teddy, may purify naman siyang available. And even Sanji. So, again, walang target na maganda ito si Perxiva at that moment other than Carteezy, which happens to be, hindi naman nila nakikita at this point. Pero come turtle, maaaring maulit ang nangyari.
Ito na naman, JP holding on dito sa pagong. Nagtatago pa rin si Tlph. He knows that he's one of the most viable target. Dahil nga nakapurify ilang mga members, pero nilatag agad ni Sanji. The Predator is going to be Ryzen, taking down the turtle. At ngayon, showdown na naman Teddy with a blazing duet. Capitalizing na magkakaroon siya ng magandang entry point. Kaso nga lang, si Perxiva kakancel out lang siya with a tsunami slam. Sanford, flicker out. Abuta pa rin ni James. He's going down. Tlph coming in with space of migration. Hindi siya masyado makakaikot. Instead, sila pa yung ikot paalis. And it's going to be a double kill here for James. That's a 2-for-1 turtle para sa Omega.
Ryzen with a retry. Napanood niya yata yung nangyari nung game number 1. Hindi siya papayag na hindi siya makaretry sa pagkakataon na to. Dala naman yung feathered airstrike. But nothing's gonna happen just yet. Doon matatapos ang laban. It's Omega fighting back. Haymaker after haymaker.
Napakalaking bagay nung passive nung Kalea men. Kung hindi Kalea to at kung Kaja to, kanina pa namatay yung members ng Smart Omega, but because of the surge of life, because of their ability to sustain whatever it is on the front line, ay kaya nilang lumaban, kaya nilang patagalin ng patagalin. Umabot pa ka sa puntong, dumating na rin dun si Netsky, nag-dish out na rin siya ng damage, and hindi nagmamatter yung chase down ng Team Liquid Philippines dahil nga sa pwede silang i-punish in return ng Smart Omega.
And you also have to give props para dito kay Mingwin, who always finds Sanji in these positions. Kasi nabanggit nyo kanina, baka mahirapan ang Smart Omega na hanapin itong si Sanji. Lalo na yung frontline ng cavalry ay itong Gatot Kacha and of course si Sanford that seems to be yung panggulo ng kupunan ng Team Liquid. Pero kahit ganun pa man, Mingwin still finds a way para makopya yung feathered airstrike para makapag-dish out ng damage.
And that's a perfect opportunity dahil maganda rin yung connection ni James Mingwin and as well as dito nga ni Perxiva capitalizing the surge of life. Pero ngayon, buhay din ang kataya ko sakaling mali ang magigisilip doon nila Netsky. But before so, it's going to be the last turtle na kanilang pagtatalunan.
Mga nakaramdam itong si Sanji just dishing out the damage para dito kay Ryzen. So kakailanganin niya muna na magpunta doon sa green minion just so he can get enough HP. Pero sa kabila!
Oh, it's going to be Teddy taken down! At ngayon, Yurisa ite-take ni Sanford jumping on to Mingwin. It's going to be a 1-for-1 pero hindi matapasan lahat. AOG tatama sa tatlo! It's going to be Smart Omega na medyo manulugi yata kasi matatanggal na rin si Ryzen. Double kill for Sanford. Sansan 2 is activated! Mingwin is scored down as well. And dito yung grab with the spread. Pero going to be go down here para kay James. Aabutan pa rin ng Dark Wave dito nila Sanford. It's a stampede, ladies and gentlemen.
My goodness! Yung revitalize nitong si JP, nagtipon silang lahat doon. Heal galore para sa Liquid.
Kung may search of life yung Kalea, may revitalize si JP. And hindi lang yon, na-maximize pa nila, napapunta sa Lord.
Okay, ngayon may nag-aabang na Netsky. Pero they wouldn't risk na basta nilang pumasok dahil 5 miyembro ng Cavalry nakaba. Pero it's going to be Carteezy with the battery. Crab cancel lang agad. QT sinusunod na naman na tsunami slam. Sinundan agad ang follow-up dito ng Netsky. Pero mabubuhay pa rin siya.
Quick BMI para makatakas ng mabilis. Wala man akong Fury, I still have a way to escape.
And we're looking at Team Liquid Philippines quickly adjusting to what happened doon sa mga clash na nauna sa game na to. Nung hindi nagle-layer yung mga skills nila, talon ng AOG, Dark Wave ni Sanford, talon ni Tlph, nakuha ng Smart Omega yung kalamangan. And it is what is bound to happen if hindi nila magagawa yung requirement na yon. The moment na kumonekta ng kumonekta yung kombong gustong mangyari ng Team Liquid Philippines, dun na sila nakabawi. That has been the turning point na kahit pa nauna yung weathered airstrike ni Sanji dun sa mid lane, okay lang kasi may damage naman sila eh.
And because of that, sila na ngayon ang may hawak ng gold lead. Isa-isa na rin nilang pinapabagsak ang mga tore ng barangay. Focus tayo dito sa may gitna and yan din ang isa sa magiging kasama patungo doon. Pinapaligiran na nila ang purple objective. Isang tore, muli ang kanilang napatumba. This is now Team Liquid Philippines na namamahay unti-unti sa barangay Smart Omega as they now have 1,000 gold lead.
Biglang pumunta sa side ng Team Liquid Philippines yung kalamangan with just one clash na nakapag-slide sila papunta sa isang main objective which is that Lord. Kasi sana nung abang na ginawa ni, ni Netsky, but unfortunately for them, alam din ng Team Liquid Philippines na baka may nag-aabang doon. So, naging malinis ang galaw ng Team Liquid Philippines over the past 2 minutes na nagdaan.
Yep, pauwi na lang sila. Nagkaroon pa ng magandang takedown doon ang Team Liquid. Kasi to be honest about, ganun na yung ruta nila eh.
Oh.
They've already gotten the Lord. So might as well ngayon ay kailangan muna nilang maghinay-hinay if you're Smart Omega.
Pwesto na naman ang TL towards this orange objective. Mukhang makukuha na naman yan itong si Carl TZ. Now they're starting to starve. Ang Smart Omega pagdating sa kanilang mga jungle objectives. Lipat tayo sa purple. Wala nang paraan si Ryzen para kunin yan. Still has a retribution pero karamihan dun sa mga buffs ay unti-unting nawala.
Lahat ng pwedeng kunin ng Team Liquid Philippines ay nakuha na nila. For Smart Omega to actually bounce back is kailangan makahanap sila ng isang magandang pick of courtesy of Perxiva. Mauna sa mga pwesto kung saan pupunta doon ang Team Liquid Philippines. Dito papasok yung sinasabi natin na maaaring alam niya yung tendencies ng Team Liquid.
Here, the moment ay nabitawan na kagad.
Okay, it's going to be James doubling down here onto Sanford na madadapat pa na tsunami slam agad dito ni Perxiva makakarating ng kanyang position pero the damage is just too much to handle. Magkakaroon ng counterplay agad dito ang Smart Omega. Meanwhile, boy pa rin naman sila Teddy and Carteezy chasing down Netsky at pati na rin si Mingguin ngayon na babagsak na agad. It's going to be a 4-man takedown at si James na lang ang matitira.
Si James, the lone fighter ng Smart Omega. They still have an energy shield so posible na mamatagal pa nila ang laban na to. But again, another team fight na naipanalo ng Cavalry.
Sobrang crucial nung talon na yon mula kay Carl TZ. Getting Netsky in the process. And as we look at the instant replay,
Wow.
trabaho naman ni James talaga na sumilip dyan. Ang ganda rin naman ng follow-up, but for Netsky, na biglang matalunan ni Carl TZ, look
Boom.
at that targeting. Wala na siyang way para makatakas doon and may damage nga kasi ang Team Liquid kaya kanilang i-burst.
That's just, again, the mastery of using the Guinevere. Kumbaga, hindi na bale kung sino pa yung ibang mga gusto mong targets. As long as you find the one, as long as you find Netsky, kaya mo nang maipanalo itong team fight. And that was also Mingguin quite isolated dun sa senaryo na yun kaya hindi rin siya nakapag-dish out ng full-on damage. This is now Tlph building up their lead patungo sa 5,000. And Smart Omega will have to work their way around this. Wala na yung mga energy shields. Almost 13 minutes in. The Lord is marching at the mid lane at plano yatang pasabayin or pagsabayin ng Omega ito.
Open yung flicker ni Perxiva. Maaaring maging factor yon. Sanji or even Teddy, alam niyang may purify yon. Malis din sa pwesto, maaaring maghanap ng susunod na target.
Okay, alam din ni Teddy yung viability na yon kung kaya naman chinek agad nila each and every bush sa paligid ng base ng Smart Omega. Matutunaw naman nila agad yung lure na dinala dito ng Cavalry. It's going to be a concealed play. It's going to be James being caught onto the cross-cover of Advance Game agad dito para kay Carl TZ. Jumping onto the backline agad dito sila Teddy pati si Sanford.
Oh my gosh!
Pagdating na may mga members. AOG para kay Daddy JP. Maiiwan siya sa apat. Naku po, pati yung Mortality matatanggal na rin. And there's no way out but to go down. A Smart Omega successfully defends their base.
For a moment, we thought that Liquid had it, pero Omega nananatiling nakatayo ang inhibitor sa bot lane.
Napakagandang decision from Smart Omega na dalhin yung team fight to where there is the turret. If that team fight happened on the mid lane, could have been another way around. Maaring Team Liquid yung nanalo doon, but because that's inside the turret, kahit pa i-juggle ng Team Liquid, yung damage ng turret, nahihirapan pa rin sila dahil masakit na rin yun. Plus, yung pasok ni Teddy Cutie with that Wind of Nature, that was also good. But unfortunately for him, hindi niya rin kayang patayin si Netsky doon sa ginawa niya. Wala pang Wind Chan, wala pang Wind of Nature doon si Netsky. Hindi niya napatay. Iyon yung kayang gawin ni Netsky over sa kayang gawin ng Claude because the Claude must have to dive. Pero yung carry, hindi niya kailangan mag-dive. Kahit sinong nasa harap, okay na yun.
Napakarami nung ginawa ng TLPH kanina para lang sana mapagbagsak yung inhibitor turret. But the problem was, yung main objective nila na gustong patumbahin na si Netsky.
Okay.
Sana makikita nila pero yung kanilang conceal, tila walang nakita ang barangay towards the surge na gusto nilang gawin because the full 5-man roster of the cavalry ay nasa kabilang banda ng mapa.
Didikit-dikit na rin eh. Yun na yung best way to counter a pick-of-centric type of lineup. Magsama-sama
Sila naman.
rin.
Okay, it's their turn.
po.
At ngayon, ora mismo, natulagan ng ultimate coming from Carp Easy James ay mapapatay agad. Right on cue, may Lord pa naman na mabubuhay.
-1 para sa Smart Omega. Now, Team Liquid sets their sights patungo dito sa Lord at mukhang bibitawan na nila to. Walang barangay na nakapaligid sa Lord Pit. It's Team Liquid Philippines taking another Lord.
Ganun sana din ang plano ng Smart Omega doon to get a possible pick-off. Unfortunately, wala silang nakitang member ng Team Liquid. Pero for Team Liquid naman, sila yung may nakita. Nakita nila si James. And for them, kaya na ng layer ng crowd control. Yung Taunt from the Gatot Katsa, yung talon mula kay KarTC, plus yung Violet Requiem, enough na yon para maging oras para kay Teddy na tapusin o patayan kung sino man yung mahuhuli ng Team Liquid Philippines.
Paisa-isa na agad yung mga pick-up pero sobrang crucial nung nagiging epekto sa mapa natin. Yung cost, napitas yung isa. Pero yung epekto, Lord, and a possible stampede yet again na nagbabadya para sa Team Liquid Philippines at may nagtatagong Ryzen.
Yata
Hindi
nila alam.
naman makikita agad nila KarTZ. He's clearing off the last bits of the minion. Pero kailangan niya niyang umuwi dahil yung Lord ay mamarcha na sa base ng Smart Omega.
Gusto nila maka-atake and then it's gonna be an airstrike para at least makapag-dish out ng damage doon. And all of a sudden, umahampas na naman yung Lord.
Okay, tinutunaw na pilit nila James dito yung Lord na dadadala na Team Liquid Philippines. AOG out for JP. Meanwhile, disiplina muna ang sinashowcase dito na Smart Omega. Hindi ipipilit ng Team Liquid na tapusin ang laban.
I mean, hindi napigilan ni Ryzen yung pagbagsak ng inhibitor turret sa may bandang ibaba. But what he managed to stop was a continuous effort mula dito sa Team Liquid Philippines na posibleng tapusin ang laban na to kung sakaling nandun yung minion wave.
Andun din kasi yung respeto ng Team Liquid because of that ultimate mula kay Perxiva. Maaaring makakuha ng isang magandang target. And if ever, kaya nang burahin ni Netsky. May damage na siya. We've seen that against JP na kung wala siyang AOG doon, malamang sa malamang ipaalam doon sa Gatot Katsa. So may kakayahan na ang Smart Omega na pumalag ngayon kahit pa hindi na sila mag-dive doon sa likod. Kailangan lang nilang ulit-ulitin, tiisin lang up to a point na sila na mismo ay kaya nang lumaban at kumontest for the Lord. Kasi for Team Liquid, yun na lang din yung hinihintay. Another objective. Yun ang nagiging call.
And in addition, kung para sa Team Liquid, ang call is for another Lord. For Omega, it's probably another defense. Kasi sa ngayon, nakuha na naman yung purple objective. You still have the orange kung ikaw ang Smart Omega. So at least merong matitira para dito kay Ryzen or kay Netsky kung sakaling siya man ang kukuha niyan. But for James and even kay Perks, magiging malaking question kung papaano nila i-approach yung initiation na posibleng gawin sa kanila nitong Team Liquid Philippines. Kasi bukod sa kailangan nilang protektahan itong si Netsky at si Mingwin, kailangan din nilang humanap ng pupunteryahin nila gaya ng -1 na ginawa sa kanila kanina.
Again, pwedeng puhunanan yung mga ganong klaseng bagay. James, kailangan niya munang maglubay sa mga face check na ganyan kasi again, 2 beses na siyang nadadali ng mga face check niya. At pwede siyang bigyan ngayon. Correct yung Dark Wave.
Kakasabi lang. Approach with caution kung ikaw si James.
Pero ito yung difference sa ngayon. It's now a full 5-man effect para sa Smart Omega. Hindi nawala itong si James. And also, yung inhibitor na nawala sa kanila is still manageable kasi nandun naman sa bandang ibaba. So they can handle the super minions. But the question is, with Liquid already positioning themselves right there, anong gagawin ng barangay?
At ngayon, nag-aabang lang din sila. Malapit naman sa
Oy!
vicinity na may members sa Smart Omega si James. Kaso nga lang
LG!
problema, inunahan agad sila
That's
dito ng
down!
TLPH. Sanford going over the Dark Wave. At dito na agad ang kanilang stampede onto the member ng Smart Omega. Carl TZ leading the charge. It's Mingwin and Ryzen dito sa pinakabase. Habang si James naman ay sasanib. Kakapit kay Teddy pero ngayon kakapitan na rin siya. Hindi na basta malalagpasin pa. Immortality na pop off. It's going to be a sure kill para dito sa TLPH. Rakasana naman ang ginagawa sa gasa dito nila Carl TZ and Sanford. But it's going to be Sanji taken down here by Ryzen. Pumapalag. Lumalaban yung
Kaya pa.
dalawa.
May pag-asa pa rin para sa barangay na itulak nila palayo.
Okay.
Ang cavalry na posibleng magsilbing kalbaryo ng barangay. Pero ganun pa man, they live to fight another day. Mukhang si Ryzen gumugusto, si Mingwin papalag pa.
Okay.
Pero hinarap sila ni JP.
They're risking it all. Kaso yung Lord, hindi na nila maabot ang pambuhay pa dahil kukunin na to ng TLPH.
What a call mula sa Liquid. What a defend mula dito sa Smart Omega. Pero Cavalry, they are still holding on to this.
Crucial misposition mula kay Netsky before even that Lord. Napunish agad siya ng mabilis yung huli factor na meron si Sanford. Even committing those flickers, even committing those jumps para lang maabot yung carry, yung nananatiling problema nila doon sa frontline na wala, kaya naman nanalo doon ng Team Liquid Philippines. But then now, another base siege.
Okay, mas crucial yung magiging depensa dito na Smart Omega.
JP down.
JP na pop up agad yung Immortality. Makakatakas mo ba siya? Mukhang hindi.
Down, JP.
It's going to be a free hit here para kay Netsky. Great targeting. Mawawala na rin ang Immortality para kay Sanford by Ipit. It's going to be a shutdown kill. 2 members down here for the TLPH. At makakadepensa successfully ang Smart Omega.
Nananatiling nakatayo ang barangay. Kahit na ilang beses kumatok ang Liquid.
Inuunti-unti lang, and again, we're talking about Netsky here. Kapag wala siya, ang bilis mag-crumble ng formation ng Smart Omega, ang bilis ma-penetrate ng Team Liquid Philippines. But when Netsky is alive, this is gonna happen. Hindi tumatagal ng 5 segundo kung sino nasa frontline. May it be Sanford, may it be JP, libre. Yung spasyong nakukuha ni Netsky all throughout, okay na sa kanya yun eh. Hanggat buhay siya, buhay ang barangay.
Tol, kahibla yung diferensya ng AOG mula dito sa dash na ginawa ni Netsky. It would have turned out to be a different story, pero hindi ganun ang magiging kaso dahil yung Omega, sila naman ngayon ang humahanap ng opensa para kahit papano ay mapababa ang kalamangan in terms of gold. But we are already 65,000. At least for both of the teams, posibleng hindi na nga mag-matter yung mga items sa ngayon.
Yes.
It's only gonna be a matter of time kung paano mapapalag to.
Ito yung mas magmamatter kung matutunaw ba agad si JP. It's going to be AOG out. Makakasurvive. Yung naging target doon
Maipit?
na Persiva. Instead sila pa yung maipit. Magbabackfire pa yung ginawa nilang depensa doon. Meanwhile, si James isasama sa base ng TLPH. There's nowhere out. Dahil sasaraduhan na rin yan